Let's throw it open to you. Do twins share a special thing, Amy?
Well, apparently they do. We've got Maria on line 1.
Maria, good morning.
Good morning.
So you're a twin?
I am.
And identical or non-identical?
Non-identical.
OK, so what do you know about empathy, then, or telepathy, even?
Well, I had a twin brother.
Right.
And right from an early age, we used to share pain. And if he was in pain, or if he had hurt himself, I would feel the pain.
Even if he was not in the room, not even in the...
If we were, like, for example, I was in Germany having my first child, and he had the labour pains. He was in serious pain. I felt nothing, of course. I had perfect labour.
Wasn't he just trying to steal your thunder? No, I worry about that. Just let me have my own pain. For once, I want my own pain.
Well, it makes me wonder, because you were saying, Larry, that you arrived at school. You were saying there was kind of... that you could resent the fact you've got the company there, but you've also means that you never get to be on your own. Is that it, that you are always sharing?
I think you're always sharing, but I think that when it comes to... particularly when you get to that teenage years, when it's really important to find out who you are, because other people always see you in reference to your twin. Oh, she's so-and-so sister. That at some point, one of you will have a boyfriend, or if you're a boy, obviously, you might have a girlfriend, or might not.
Or, yes, yeah, indeed, boyfriend, yeah.
And I think that you have to suddenly learn to be on your own, and you've never been on your own.
So, when you made that comment just then to Maria, it could actually be possible that her brother wanted to get in on the action. He's not going to not know that Maria's going to have labour pains.
I am slightly teasing.
OK.
But I also think that some twins do big themselves up a bit, like that we're all telepathic, because to make themselves seem really important.
I think there's something it sort of can repress part of it, because part of sort of going through those childhood ordeals of first day at school and the first time you walk down someone's driveway and knock on the door and ask if John is playing or whatever, that's part of making you a more social animal. Yes. And having someone else to share that with can sort of repress that side of you a little bit as well.
I think in trying to reverse the lottery thing, where the twins may have been split up.
Yes.
They're thinking now maybe they shouldn't
keep them together, yeah. Maria, thank you.
But when you do have twins, I would say that to parents who have twins, there's an obsession with, oh, you must treat these kids as individual. As a twin, I always knew I was individual. It's just other people who didn't see that.
We were always referred to with my older brothers as Jonathan, Richard and the twins.
Yes.
We were just the unit, the twins, always, constantly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start crying. It's just so sad. Why didn't I have a twin? Our editor, Tim, he is a twin, and he's saying he's feeling your pain. So it's almost weird. Maria, thank you. Amy?
We've got another twin. It's Brian on line 2.
Brian, good morning.
Good morning, Matthew.
Thank you very much. This is all nonsense, isn't it, this idea that twins feel each other's pain?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not an identical twin, but I have shared the pain at 6. He fractured his skull and he was in hospital for 2 weeks under observation, and I had the headache. And then when we were 13, I was on a mountain trip in Cadaridorus, camping overnight. He was in London, and his appendix burst. And I was rolling around on this mountain at night time.
And you didn't know...
And the teachers thought, well, he's definitely got appendicitis, but it was the days before mobile phones and that, so this teacher had to fly him down the mountain on his own to arrange for a rescue team to come up and get me. By the time they'd come up, I had no pain, but when we got back to London 3 days later, they'd worked out the times with my parents, and it happened at the exact same time. As I was rolling around, his appendix had burst. But up until now, thank God, I haven't felt any more of his pain.
And what about, does he feel yours?
I don't know. No, I don't think he ever has, no.
That's really unfair, isn't it? A one-way street on pain. You get your...
Brian, if you and your brother are so cyclically linked, can I ask you why he hasn't called the show?
How do you know?
That one, David.
For all we know, what's his name?
I think it's just a pain thing, it was.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, yeah.
I suspect you may be our next caller. Brian, thank you for that. Let's have another.
We've got Claire from Leicester on line 3.
Claire, good morning.
Hi, you all right?
I'm very well. Identical or non-identical, Claire?
We are identical.
Identical, right. Go on, do you have a bond?
There's 2 minutes between us. We definitely have a bond. But as for pain, I definitely haven't had each other's pain.
Right. What do you have?
We've definitely had a life of worrying about each other. It's just been a constant worry. When one's worrying, the other one's worrying for you. Do you know what I mean? It kind of goes backwards and forwards. So that's all we've done basically all our lives.
Is worry.
Really worried about each other.
No happy times at all.
Pardon?
Just worry.
No, No, we've had good times as well. We've actually gone out partying constantly.
Right.
No. We've had a really, really lovely times as well because she's
good.
great and we've always been there for each other.
Okay.
But we've never actually felt any pain.
OK, well, I'm glad we got over the pain issue. Thank you for that, Claire. We'll have another.
All right, we've now got Debbie then on line 4.
Morning, Debbie. Hi there, Debbie.
Hello.
Hello. Are you identical or non-identical?
Non-identical.
Right. Go on, then. What do you know about your twin?
Well, our 40th birthday last year, I phoned her up in the morning, as I always do, and wished her a happy birthday, and we were meeting up at lunchtime.
So you always phone her, she doesn't phone you?
Oh, either way, whoever gets
Just wanted
the
to
phone
check.
first. Very often, we phone at the same time and it's engaged. So, it's a bit strange. But anyway, so went into work. I was due to go around my mum's at 2 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock at work, I had this dread come over me. I just thought, I need to ring her. And my friend was like, you've already spoken to her. I said, no, I just need to phone her. Phoned her at work, and she just had a phone call to say her husband had a bad accident. So her friend had taken her to the hospital, and it was just awful. So I literally went straight to the hospital, and we spent our 40th up the hospital till 9 o'clock that night.
But you knew to
Yeah,
make...
I had a feeling.
Quite difficult to explain that one away, isn't it, really?
Well, it is,
That's
but how many
coincidence.
times do we have those feelings and then discover nothing was there and not tell our friends and not remember them and put it in the back of our minds and move on? It probably happens thousands of times that just don't... No one's sitting at home thinking, no, I don't feel a special bond, I'll ring them up and tell them that. And there's thousands of people out there.
Suddenly, if you've spoken to someone that day and then you suddenly think, actually, I need to speak to them again, and you don't know why, you just feel... No, I think that's weird.
Yeah.
Spooky.
I suggest the next time you have Dave Gorman on, don't get Derek Acora to sit next to him. Quite a difficult show. Yeah. You're a big fan of Derek Acora,
Not
are you?
really.
Especially when I speak to a dead pet. Bless you. Thank you very much for that, Debbie. After the ads, we're going to try and find out what is the naffest invention ever. Speed cameras, the soda stream, mobile phones, Twitter, guns. Dave's new TV series, Genius, focuses on some fantastical inventions that I doubt will ever be made. But what that got us wondering, what real-life, actual things out there do you wish had never been put into production? 0207 173 5555 is the number. Genius inventions not after the ads.
What was voted the worst invention ever? Was it nuclear weapons, car alarms, or mobile phones? Find out the answer after the break.